Hi guys, Sourdough Kathy here, and it's been a while since I gave you a tour. I had one ready, but I never put it up, so I might as well just give you a fresh one. So here we are looking at the onion patch, and everything is doing fine so far in the onions. They're all coming along nice. Now I want to let you know here, we have not had a good summer. Just a few days ago, and this is just the second sunny day we've had in quite some time. We have had temperatures as low as 52 degrees at night, so things are not growing as they should. Now the peas here, the Asian peas, are doing just fine. I've been picking for the last 3 days, and I have about a quart of them sitting in the house right now. As you can see, they're nice and healthy, looking really good. Now I'm going to take you over here real quick and show you. This is where I have my acorn squash, but there is not one acorn forming on any of them. All I have are the female flowers, and it is late in the season. I mean, the 1st of August. This is our fall normally. Now I do have one little tequila sunrise pepper right there, as you can see, but no other peppers. And unless we can stay warm for a few days, there probably won't be any. And along with that, there probably may not be any acorn squash, which is very discouraging. Now over here, the blueberries, they're doing fine. I've been picking them little by little, but there's not as many as there were last year all at one time, and that's probably due to the sun also. Now over there, we have my lemon cucumbers. They have very tiny ones at the very bottom, but really nothing's happening with them either. Over here, we've got the Italian zucchini, which has been putting out fruit. They are much smaller than normal zucchini, but they eat just fine and they taste fine. I have had to cut off a bunch of the leaves because it was blocking the sun to the fruit, and that doesn't hurt. I've done it every year now. And you can see that they are definitely putting off fruit. Now over here are my cabbages. These are my large ones, and they are doing fine. Sorry that my camera and my shadow has to be in the way, but that's just the way it is. This one is beautiful, actually gorgeous. I've got one little one here in the middle that decided he was going to pop itself up, and he's on a long stem. But he's got a nice head on him. And over there we've got some more large ones. I did take out 2 small ones to give these larger ones some room. But they were a nice size, and I'm not complaining. So there they are. I'm going to take you over to the potatoes now. Alright, all of these potatoes have come from pieces of potato. They have all been blooming. They've all had flowers on them. I pull the flowers off so that the energy goes into the potatoes rather than into the flowers. But they're all doing fine. We've had some days where they would droop a little bit due to either lack of water or too much heat. It's been crazy here. Now up here, these are potatoes that came from those chits in the bowl. They were just a piece of potato that were getting the roots on them in the bowl, and I just threw them in pots. And they're all doing fine except for the one, and I'll show you that after this video. Now this is the second chitted London worms chit pot, and it's getting ready to be done. As you can see, it's looking pretty shabby right now, so I'm going to be taking that out fairly shortly. It's still, I mean, it's still doing okay, but it's ready to come out. Now over here, I have a little bit, we've been culling the lettuce. Let me try and get out of this light. Culling this lettuce here every single day, since my husband likes lettuce and whatnot. Now, an issue with the tomatoes. This tomato, it's funny. Last year, the tomato that was in this very same spot, although it was in a plastic pot, did the same thing it's doing this year, and the tomatoes are not turning red. And I don't get it. There's plenty of tomatoes on it, and it's healthy. It's a very healthy plant. Now, unfortunately, these plants here are not as healthy. They put out some tomatoes, but they have leaf spot on them, which is a form of, well, it's leaf spot, but it could be a form of early blight. It's still putting out some tomatoes, but I'm having to cut off the bad stuff every single day. As you can see here, the spot right in the middle there, and I had to look that up to find out what it was. It is a fungus. I did spray a fungicide on it, but it did not really do anything at all. So that's that. Nothing I can do about it. And because we don't have any heat steady, this is what happens. This is what causes it. It's due to either too much heat or heat and cold, and this is what you get. So the Snapdragons are doing fine. The flowers are finally blooming somewhat. And I'll take you over here. Sorry to make you sick there. You know what? Don't know what's going on with the zinnias this year, but sure not doing well. The Geraniums, no flower here. This one's got a few little flowers on it, but it's 2 months old. Not doing anything. This is the only thing that's done well, and this is the Snapdragons. I am amazed. They look beautiful. They're gorgeous, and I'm happy. But my little new thing that I tried this year, these 4 o'clocks, nothing. Not a flower, nothing at all. Of course, marigolds, they can grow anywhere, as they do. But here again, now these are in the sun, they've been fed, they've everything, but nothing. I'm going to take you out to the carrots, show you what's going on there. As you can see, the carrots are doing fine so far. Above the ground. We don't know what to expect below the ground, but I think we're going to get some carrots. The 2 cabbages over there are small ones, so they're tiny. Right now, I don't know whether I'll get a little cabbage or not. They still have a month, so I'm sure we'll get a little one. That's all they were meant to be anyway. The dill looks great. As you can see, there's dill over there, there's dill over there, over here. Flowers in these pots are doing great, along with some tomato seeds that somehow got into these. I don't know how or where they came from. And as you can see, they're in here too. They're even putting on flowers, which is crazy. I don't even know where it came from. I just picked more parsley today, so it's a little thin, and you can see it through the fence there. There's more growing, but I think we're going to get some carrots. Now, there are flowers on these peppers, but whether or not anything will come on there, I haven't a clue. Like I said, we're in our fall season now, and it's getting colder every night. Now, the geraniums that I put in here are just now blooming. This is insanity. I mean, that's how bad the weather has been. It's just insanity that they're just now putting flowers on the 1st of August. Now I'll take you over here. real quick to the other pot. Now these, the mamiliuses that happen to have seeded into this pot, took over the geraniums. But they are also just now beginning to bloom and will probably begin to kick the mamilius down a little bit. As you can see, they're nice and healthy, but for them to just now start blooming is just utterly craziness. I'm going to take you over here to the, well, it's a mixture. I got some Johnny Jump Ups that decided to live in here by themselves, never even planted them. Here we have Snapdragons that are just now starting to blossom. And I have these 3 peas are putting out peas already. I've already taken some off of it today. The even these marigolds have not bloomed yet over here, and neither have the Snapdragons nor the 4 o'clocks. And look how nice and healthy they are down here in the cool weather, but they haven't given me a flower. Now my lilies, they're blooming and they're dying, so that's what's happening there. I don't know what's going on with my raspberries, so let's go take a look. Well, as you can see, the raspberries are putting on fruit, and it looks like the bugs are enjoying the leaves too. I should probably get out here and pick off what I can before the bugs enjoy all of it. But yeah, it looks like they're doing okay. These are the older ones. These are my newer bushes, and I figure by next year I should have some really nice ones on these. These are much bigger, larger, and healthier plants. They're a different, these are wild raspberries, where these are store-bought raspberries. And look at this, this rhubarb here is just, they're huge. They're probably 2.5 feet long, most of them. And I just found out today, or not today, but a week ago, that a lot of people here in Alaska buy your rhubarb. So perhaps next year I will take and cut back my rhubarb and sell some rhubarb to people who make candy and wine and things like that. I can cut all this back, but I still have rhubarb from last year, and I don't know anyone that eats it. And rhubarb is kind of a wild thing here in Alaska. I mean, you can find it in most people's yards, so it's not as if there's, you know, a lack of rhubarb. Well, that's all there is, folks. I hope you'll enjoy this content. I'm surely going to be doing that potato in the pot soon. So I hope you'll like, share, give me some comment and all that good stuff. I love you all. Take care now, and let's thank God for the sun right now. Bye-bye.